Yes, I love it.
Get into it.
Get into it. That's right, everybody. Get into it. Welcome to the Misfit Toys. Give me some snaps. Give me some jazz hands. What's up? What's up? We got my co-host, the beautiful Maria de la Ghetto, who's given us so much hair it don't even fit in the screen, girl. Look at that. She is too big for your screen, bitches. She is too big for your screen. Okay. And we have the hilarious, the funny Teddy Marcus. What's up, baby? What's up?
Hi, everybody. How are you? Loving the red bandana.
Oh, thank you. Oh
You
my
know
God.
what that means in gay hanky code, huh?
Oh my God. No, I don't. I did read about it once. A lot about.
Tell us, girl, Teddy. What does it mean?
What, honey? You look fabulous, too.
No. I thought she was a Crip. See, I was like gang signs, and like here, Teddy's coming and be like,
First of all, you
girl,
got it wrong.
I'm thinking we're on the streets, and Teddy thinks we're at the bathhouse. So like, Teddy.
Teddy takes you to the bathhouse and back with the red bandana right back pocket.
Okay, wait. What does it mean?
I don't know if I should say it. Are there children? I'll give you the Disney version. How's that?
Yes.
Here's the Disney version. If you were a puppet and you put your hand up in the puppet to talk.
Oh.
So it rhymes with Christina. Not really. Not really.
Wait, so how does it work if you're a marionette?
Oh, then there's strings attached. And we are no strings attached, Anya.
No!
Oh, wait, so am I a catcher then, not a pitcher?
Well, it depends on what pocket you put it in. If you wanna be the puppet, it goes on the left. If you want to be the puppet master, it goes on the right.
Oh,
adjust your bow accordingly.
Oh, I'm definitely on the left, honey.
She's very.
Play with me all day long.
I love it.
What's up, Ray? Oh my God, we are streaming live. We are in the UK. We are in Africa. We're in Hong Kong, New York, London, LA. We're in Mexico. We're all over the world. All of our viewers, when you guys are watching, we love to hear your comments right in. I'm just so honored to have Teddy here. For those of you who don't know, he is just a major comedy force. He has run, is it not the longest running LGBTQ diversity comedy show in Los Angeles, if not the world?
In WeHo.
In WeHo.
WeHo, yeah.
And WeHo, for those of you that don't know.
Yeah, it was the longest running. It was all inclusive, and that's why we started it, because there wasn't enough diversity.
Which is crazy. In WeHo.
In WeHo, there wasn't really even comedy. Like in LA, there was.
Yeah.
But in WeHo, there wasn't. But what we were noticing was in LA, don't even talk about fat people. Don't even talk about women. Don't even talk about people of color. Don't even talk about any of that. It was all cis white men.
Yep.
And then you were the one. There was always one woman and one gay. And you were like, I was like, no, not happening.
And can you imagine, Teddy, doesn't it suck when you were both the one woman and the one gay?
And I'm the one fat woman gay.
They're like, we killed two birds with one stone. We're done.
Yeah.
If there's a gay man, if there's one gay man in a sea of straight men, he will find me and I will find him. He can smell the rainbow on me. He'll follow the little rainbow trail, and he'll just be like, oh my God. And I'm like, oh my God, there you are. Cause
look at the chupa chupa. He's got chupa chupa.
Those are my favorite lollipops. Those were my favorite lollipops growing up.
Taste the rainbow, girl. Taste the rainbow.
Those lollipops are so pretty. The display stand. I wanted the display stand. I didn't just.
Guess who designed the Chupa Chups logo?
Who?
Guess. Salvador Dali.
Oh, of course.
Really?
Yeah, it's a Spanish company, and when the Spanish lollipop company, and chupa means to suck, so it's
we know that.
Maybe our viewers don't. I know you bitches know.
I'm still at the bathhouse. I'm sorry.
I'm not gay or a lesbian or anything. I can't go to a bathhouse. I was like, man, I would love to go to a bathhouse, but then I'm like, well, I would probably try to actually use the facilities because I'm like a bougie, like I'm like an Asian skincare, all of that. So I like
Maria would be getting a scrub.
I know. I'm like, where's the masseuse? And the masseuse is busy massaging somebody else, but not really. You know, I'm like,
yeah,
okay.
Yeah. I snuck a girlfriend into the bathhouse once.
You took a girlfriend?
You did?
Well, like I snuck. She wasn't girlfriend. She was a girl and a friend.
Right. Of course.
Yeah, I snuck her in because she was.
Oh my God.
She was like you. She was dying. I want to know what. I was like, okay, honey, put on this coat. We're coming together. I was like, this is a twink. We're going in here for now.
If I put on some glasses, you and me are like that. Come on, we're twins. Come on.
Speaking of bathhouses, what did you have for breakfast today?
Me?
Mm-hmm.
A great big bowl of smoked air because we are having the fires. I literally swear to you, I woke up thinking, did I leave a brisket in the oven? I smell wood. Are we at the wood ranch? What's happening? And I breathed in and I breathed in like smoke and ash, and I didn't close. I didn't shut my window.
Oh, yeah.
So honestly, that was the first thing that I put in my mouth today.
What about you, Maria? What did you have for breakfast this morning?
Oh, I had a big old meaty ham sandwich.
Is that true? I love a vegan ham sandwich.
It was on this like thick. You know, I like it thick. Focaccia bread.
Wait, you're still at the bathhouse too, talking about meaty thick.
Yes. Oh my God. An extra mayo because I love mayo.
Oh my God. Girl.
God, where did you get on my life?
No. That's it. We're done. I literally have a red bandana like right there. I would get up and get it, but I've already situated myself. I can't move.
Teddy, you're wearing your red bandana.
That's true.
I love it.
She likes everything supersized. She's like, fuck this. I'm just going to wrap myself in my red bandana.
Honey, I love mayo so much.
Oh my God. Dígame.
I love mayo so much. I would eat anything if you put mayo on it. And I mean anything.
Okay.
Anything.
No.
Look,
And if you want to get me to lick it, put mayo on it, honey.
Real mayo, not that Miracle Whip or what is that? What is that? What is it called?
But she did not say Miracle Whip in my presence.
Oh no, I said no. That's blasphemy.
I like, Hellman's are best foods depending on where you are.
Oh my God.
But McCormick makes one in the Latina community.
What?
It's a mayonesa con limon. Oh my gosh.
I haven't tried that yet.
Good, heavy duty, thick mayo with a splash of either lemon or lime you could get.
Welcome to Teddy and Maria's foodie.
Yeah, mayo.
Okay, we gonna do a new spin-off show, Cooking with Maria and Teddy. This is gonna happen. Because if I'm gonna eat, I want to eat with you two. Like if I go out to eat, I want to eat with you two.
I've had people say, "Ew, mayo." I'm like, "We're divorcing. Get out of my life."
Nope.
I don't understand people. What?
Elotes preparados.
Yes, Hellman.
Oh my God. Oh.
I like it. I have to cut the corn off the cob.
You like the cocktail de elotes.
Yeah, because I make it in the bowl because, mommy's teeth. Mommy.
Okay, fair enough. Oh my God. I'm sorry. Okay, we're just
we are having such a good time. We're just like, you know what? We're just gonna, like, no one even asked me what I have for breakfast.
What do you have for breakfast, Patty?
I had a Bloody Mary with like a stalk of suicide.
Oh, okay.
Like literally, I poured myself a double, went out, looked at the blacked out sky, and I was like, do I put rocks in my pocket and walk out into the ocean, or do I go back inside and do the show with Maria and Teddy? And you girls have kept me alive.
Good.
You girls by the way, girls, when I say girls, what is your pronoun of preference, Teddy?
Oh, yes.
Oh, honey, queen.
Yes.
honey.
Oh my God.
I say whenever I do a meeting and they want the preferred pronoun, queen, honey.
Oh, good. Or
Oh my
your
God.
majesty.
And
Your royal
speaking
highness.
of Queen, you were just on AJ and the Queen.
Yes, I was.
I love that
Speaking
show.
of, tell us, okay, what was your character's name? What
My
was the role
character's
that
name
you
was
played?
Tony.
And what was it like to work with Rue? We're dying to know.
Yes.
Tell
Oh
us,
my
tell
God.
us, tell us.
My character's name was Tony, which funny thing was like the third Tony I played that year. I mean, so if you need a Tony, right here.
Oh my God, I love it.
It was amazing. It was amazing. And it's the kind of thing like I went in for the audition and the first word in the sentence that I had to read for the audition was Ruby, which is Rue's character. I went, Ruby. They went, okay, stop. It's yours. All I said was Ruby.
That's all you really needed. The glasses and everything.
Right. And then when I got to set, I wasn't wearing the glasses because I need the glasses for far, not close. And I don't like those bifocal things because I get a headache. And so I didn't wear them. And they were like, did you bring the glasses? I was like, did you hire me or the glasses? But yeah, that was an amazing experience because RuPaul is a force in TV.
Oh my God.
Who would have thought a 10-foot tall African-American drag queen would be a force in TV? And it's happened.
So did you meet Maria's pop back on? She just she's logging it. But tell us again. So have you met Rue before, or was that the first time?
No, I have met Rue before on several occasions. Years ago, I used to be a DJ in Philadelphia. And,
so you met Rue back in the day.
Right. And when Supermodel, his first hit, came out, he toured with it and came to the club I worked at. So we met like kind of briefly.
So you met Rue during the Supermodel days. Okay, when that came out, I used to have crisscross braids. And I would listen to that and just jam out in my room. And I was like, I look like crisscross, but I'm jamming out to RuPaul's Supermodel. I was just like sitting there. I'm like, I don't know what the Brewster projects are, but I am so like I'm living my life. Like I was living. So you're on set, through. What's it like? So everybody wants to know because now Rue's become this crazy superstar. Is the queen? Is she humble? Is she a diva? What is it like?
You know, I also produced Hey Queen. Hey Queen is the pretty much it's everywhere now. Netflix, Amazon, YouTube, and we interview prominent figures in the LGBTQ plus community. Well, it just, the drag queens of RuPaul, they're like rock stars now. I mean, huge. So we deal a lot with them. So oh my God, I forgot where I was going with this.
About meeting, like, what is it like to work with Rue? Is she a diva? Is she down to earth?
Exactly. Thank you, darling. I need a Bloody Mary. I had heard don't look RuPaul in the eye. We're RuPaul. I heard all these stories, and you read, and it goes to show you don't believe what you read. So I was petrified on my way to the set. Could not have been a nicer person. I mean, welcoming, wanted to work together so we get the scene right. Literally was like, he said to me, girl, I'm going to de-drag in front of you. And my jaw dropped. I was like, oh my God, she's going to de-drag in front of me. It was amazing. It was an absolutely, but here's what the most amazing thing was, which I was so excited about. 90% of the people working on there were LGBTQ plus.
Huh.
I mean, we're talking grip, cameraman. I've been on many sets, and you kind of feel like you are in high school. We're like, oh, here are the bullies, There was like one straight guy. He might have even been wardrobe, believe it or not. But the cameraman was like, girl, and I'm like, what? Where am I? I'm in a different world. This is amazing. So I say, standing ovation. I don't know if RuPaul had anything to do with that, but I think he did.
No, I know that he definitely has, and I some of my friends have directed videos for Rue, have been dancers for Rue, have been drag queens on the actual show. One of my friends, he designs a lot of the dresses. He did Mondo Guerra, he did Evie Oddly's winning dress with mirrors and the heads.
That was fabulous.
So Mondo and I used to go raving back in the days and be club kids, and now he's won Project Runway All Stars, and then started, and now he's designing. He has this huge new business, and it's RuPaul has created an industry, an entire new industry for all of us that are creatives, that are LGBTQ, that are designing, singing, dancing, that we can actually make a living just being ourselves, where there wasn't that space in the economy for us.
Absolutely.
Like, she has created an entire economy.
Absolutely.
Which I think is just amazing.
I would not have the career that I have had in the past, I would say 5 years, if it wasn't for RuPaul, because I got to write and produce that Hey Queen, booked on the TV show. I have a podcast called Cooking the Queens, which is an after RuPaul show. So all these things because of RuPaul.
I love it. I love it.
I love her, and like she will never do wrong in my book. I don't want to hear that she was wearing a face bikini on the show. She could do whatever she wants.
I love it. So take us a little bit on your journey as a comedian, performer, entertainer, creative content influencer. How did it start for you? What was the journey for you?
Well, I came out of the womb a star.
Yes, queen.
My mother tells a funny story, and I get my sense of humor from my mother and her sister because they are like this all the time, and you had to keep up. Okay? But my mother said she was in the labor and delivery room in labor with me for a very long time. And so they rolled a TV in. And so my mother could watch TV while she was in the labor and delivery room. And she said, I was not coming out. I was not coming out. And at 11:30 p.m., The Tonight Show came on. And the theme was da 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 da. My mother said, I came out in 3 seconds.
Snap.
I mean, I literally was waiting backstage in the womb. And then when I heard the theme music, I split the curtains and I was like, hello, I'm here. I have been a performer really, honestly, since birth, since a kid. I was in plays. I was in like the Children's Repertory Theater Company growing up in Philadelphia, constantly trying to get my butt on TV and always just being funny. My whole family is funny. My whole family is funny. And so that just said, you know what, this is what I want to do. And my parents were supportive with it. They were like, well, New York or LA. And I was like, well, New York's more theater. I want to go to LA. I wanted TV or film. Came here, just started like writing an act, got up on stage doing, you know how it is. You do all the open mics, you do all that. One leads to another. And before you know it, you're like, if you're good and funny, it happens.
That's what I tell, because I started Misfit Toys, which you are so kindly to join us. And during this pandemic, everything shut down. And I watched a lot of Oprah and drank a lot of tequila and vodka. And the three things that she talked about was, what is your passion? And what can you do to be of service to the world? Those are actually the two main things. And my passion is comedy, and to be of service, it brought me back. And I wanted to say thank you for when I did the Comic Cure, which was the first ever transgender comedy festival.
I remember.
And you were kind enough to give my girls and boys and and I'm using the pronoun, them who were in between on the spectrum, just everybody was there. Right. And you gave them a chance. and they'd never performed on stage before, and you gave them a spot and gave them a microphone, and you were just so kind. And then after that, did the first show ever at the Hollywood Improv. And I just got to say thank you for that, because you gave all of my students a chance to share their story, and that was epic. And during this pandemic and during this time, I was like, I want to get back to that. So I started actually a comedy studio, which basically focused on becoming a platform for unique, and right now specifically female voices, but unique voices
for that,
because we need more of them. And so I started.
It's still hideously misogynistic out there.
So that's what I was like thinking. I was like, okay, who needs to get heard? And so I basically recreated that workshop and reformatted it for women. And now we're in our third semester. We've had 3 showcases.
Yay.
We've launched over 15 different comedians. Marie de la Ghetto is one of our star platinum misfits. And it's been...
Star? Did you say star?
Yes, girl. She's working at like 8-9 laughs a minute. Like I clocked her like she's killing it, girl. I was like, damn.
Look, honey, I could look at her and go, I need to be with this one.
So I just got to say thank you, because you inspired me and you gave me so many chances. And now in this time, launching this comedy studio has really saved me and helped me keep sane. And it's also given me so much purpose and pride to be able to, help. Like, my story is cute, but there's so many stories out there that are just so much deeper and more profound. And if I can help get those stories heard,
absolutely,
then that's for me is what it's about.
That to me is what it's about as well. Absolutely, 100%.
And so, Maria, quickly tell it, like, your journey as comedian and in entertainment and in Hollywood. What are the challenges as far as your comedic journey and being a star in Hollywood? Tell us. Oh, her mic is out. Girl, turn on your thing. She's like, that's her first challenge, is getting heard.
Right.
Getting heard as a woman is really, really difficult.
You will not squelch me. You will not mute me.
There we go. I can make it happen. Don't you worry. I'll start
No, but
signing.
that was the universe. That was the universe answering the first question, is getting heard as a woman is difficult.
So I started out actually in a little El Centro and in the middle of nowhere in Imperial Valley. Then I moved out to San Diego, and then I finally made my way to LA, which I grew up there, but it had been years, And Teddy, I wish I would have known about your comedy stuff, because I would.
I wish you did too, because you would have been on site. I would not even had to have listened to you. I would have said, she's funny.
Seriously, that means you have no idea. Like, coming from you, you are such a presence, and your career. I love you. I immediately am in love with you. So we're best friends now. I just need you to know that. I just need you to know that. Like, there's no.
And we're going out for mayo sandwiches.
Oh my God, yes, please. Just mayo and ham sandwich. Cut the crust off on white bread. We're good.
Yes, and smush it.
But I was hitting all those like typical like open mics, the Comedy Bureau and all that. And it was literally a sea of just white, straight men who weren't funny. Like,
not funny.
Have you not had any kind of trauma or abuse in your life? Because you're talking about doing sandwiches. No. Like that meme. You know what I'm saying? Like, you had loving parents and a healthy childhood, and it shows. So, and what I also wanted to talk about, like, so I was always either the one woman of color or one of like 3. Don't even get me started on being the only, like, one fat chick. I was the fat chick and the woman of color sometimes. And you know what I'm saying? Like, I wanted to talk to you and about being fat in Hollywood, because the fat phobia is so deeply rooted and ingrained in our society that people don't even know they're being fat phobic. They think they're giving a compliment by saying things like, "Oh my God, girl, I love your confidence."
Yes.
Okay.
Wow.
Like, wow.
Such a pretty face.
Yeah. Oh.
Such a pretty face.
Oh my God.
Your face is pretty.
Oh my God, that outfit, that you're rocking that outfit, girl. Yes. Like, you rock that crop top. And it's like, would you say those things? Would you tell a thin woman that she has amazing confidence. You would think she's conceited. You would think she's full of herself. And it's just, I just, oh my gosh. So to be on mayo and cheese, cheese is on us now.
I love you, Ray. I love you, Ray. Ray is amazing.
Me too.
We love her. Oh my god.
Oh my god. But yeah. So like,
so what's the craziest thing you've heard, Teddy? So Maria's saying people coming to her like, oh my god, you have such great confidence. Oh god, you have. What's the craziest thing that you've heard?
I mean, somebody actually once said to me, the opposite of you. No, it's kind of you have a pretty face. Somebody once said to me, you would be really handsome if you lost weight. And I was like, you couldn't say that to my face? Like,
wow.
Ew. But I still get it. I'll walk past a homeless person in front of 7-Eleven and they're like, do you have a quarter so I could eat like you do? And I'm like, bitch, you need more than a quarter to eat like I do.
And just for that remark, you cannot have a quarter.
Okay. Yeah. So, and number two, who carries money anymore? Do you want me to swipe this on your ass crack? I mean, what are you talking about? And he's like, fat bitch. And I was like, wow, okay.
Oh my God, that's the worst on dating apps when you reject a guy and then he's like, oh, fuck you, you fat bitch. I'm like, you were still trying to get this fat pussy, so I don't know why you're talking about
let's do a parody video, FAP. F-A-P.
Oh my
God. Oh my God. That's going to be it.
Me and you.
Yes. Oh my God. I'm here for it.
You're going to stop. You're going to come with
I want to direct. I want to at least be like the DP on set. I would love to. I want to be the DP.
Yes.
It's literally in the show, but already there. So we do this bit on the show where you're one of the first men that we've had on the show, Teddy.
Wow, I love it.
Actually, you are the first man. We had one drag queen, but she was in drag.
Queen.
Thank you.
As queen.
Thank you for the correction. You are the first queen that we have had on the show.
You.
And we do a segment where the women, they woman-splain. Now, I want you're going to flat-splain to me right now things that I just don't understand. So wait a minute. When I tell you that you got confidence, that's not a compliment?
No, it's not a compliment.
Wait,
because
so what? Wait,
you know what confidence
if I tell you that you got a pretty face, that's not a compliment?
Yeah.
Well,
because what about the rest of me, darling?
Well,
is it just my face? You have a sparkling personality. No shit.
When it comes to women, I will say when I get it, so we don't have a dumb woman on right now, but when women do it, I will say, and maybe even I'll be nice to them, benefit of the doubt. They don't know. Some of them might not be saying it out of a place of hate or maliciousness. I'll give them that. Some of them are like, but most of them are saying it in a place of ignorance. Like they don't know that in their head, if they were to dig deep and ask themselves, why am I telling her that? It'll come out, that she sees a fat person or he or she sees a fat person. And generally society says that fat people are not supposed to be worthy of love or confident or happy.
So unhealthy. Like they are healthy fat people.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, you're blowing my mind. There's such a thing as a healthy fat person?
Yes. I believe it or not, I am 120 years old. I do not have high blood pressure. I do not have diabetes. I do not have high sugar. My cholesterol sometimes goes high, but it's not like elevated crazy. And people are like, oh my God, he's a ticking time bomb.
Yeah. If you don't have anything wrong, they will still tell you, they'll treat you like you have, that you're going to get it.
So, all right. I'm just trying to be nice and connect with you. And I'm just trying to say, like, hey, how do I compliment you without offending you then? Give you a mayo sandwich?
Sandwich with mayo.
There it is. There it is. Speak our love language. Feed me. Okay?
I love the love language. I love it. It's funny.
You're blowing my mind a little bit right now. So I'm trying to get with you. I'm trying to be. I don't even know that I'm stepping on things that I'm stepping on. Like this is like a fat minefield. What I'm just help me navigate through this.
Read a book, baby. You could rent books for free online now from the libraries through an app on your phone.
Or be
Literally,
with a fat person.
If you could,
Not have them questions, honey.
if you could explain one thing to us
Mhm.
about what it is to be fat, or
Mhm.
what it is to be yourself, or just that you just
And
wish
then you
that
go
we would just
separating.
know.
Say us. You're separating us automatically by saying, explain to us, the
Thank
other
you.
people.
Wait,
Not
so
you, us.
we're all
together.
we're all one people. Well, you're trying to tell me that the skinny people is the same as the fat people, is the same as the black
all
people,
Molly.
is the same as the brown people?
I know, mind blowing.
We are all the same molecule.
Because let me tell you, skinny
All
people
of it.
hate their bodies just as much as the next fat person. Probably more so.
Oh,
Because like
absolutely.
skinny or
Absolutely.
fat, people hate themselves. Like we're all just already inclined to self-deprecate and to hate ourselves.
So wait a minute.
And that is because that's society pushing it out there that not fat, skinny doesn't matter to look a certain way. When my niece was like a couple years ago, my niece was crying for a Bratz doll. You know those Bratz dolls?
Oh my God, yes.
They're like uber skinny with the big heads and the big lips. Yeah, and I was like, my sister was like, she can't have one. I'm like, well, I'm getting her a Bratz doll. She can have whatever she wants. She's my niece.
Oh.
And then I went to get it, and I picked it up, and I was like, oh my God, I don't want her to think this is what she needs to look like. The doll is morbidly skinny with a giant head, big lips, barely a nose. And it's just like, oh, she's not getting it. You can't have a Bratz doll.
You know what's so funny? The inventor of the Bratz doll is actually a Jew.
He's a Persian Jew.
And he made it with a little tiny nose and a big head. And
like right there.
He modeled it after his daughter. The first Bratz doll's name was Jasmine, which in Persian is Yasemin. And
so my takeaway from hearing you.
Did you say takeaway? I'll have a barbecue ribs, macaroni salad, and collards.
I can't. I think I just peed myself a little. You made me pee myself a little. So what I'm hearing, I just want to. Okay, my therapist told me to say back to the person that's talking to me what I heard, and give it back to them to tell them what I understood. So I take what I heard, and then I give you what I understood, and then we see if it's the same thing. Okay. So what I heard and now what I understood is that you just want me to treat you as though I would treat myself.
I don't know about that. I don't know how you treat yourself.
But like I should talk to you as though you are just like me.
We are equal.
That's the takeaway with extra mayo is that we're equal plus mayo.
Yep.
My mind is blown. World, you have heard it. We're going to start treating each other equally with a side of mayo.
Actually, we should be more inclusive because let's get down to the nitty gritty. Their spaces are not usually fat friendly, like airplanes. I don't know how many times I've almost panicked where I didn't think that the seatbelt was gonna fit. You know what I'm saying? I had to do the underbelly, I had to tuck it under.
I know. Everything's built that way. And then I think people are ignorant about it too. Like you'll go into a restaurant and you're like and they'll take you to a booth that's this big.
Right.
You're going to make me now. But now I don't care anymore. Now I'm like, excuse me, I can't fit in that booth. Can I have that table over there? And she's like, oh my God. Okay. Oh my God. They don't know how to handle it.
They're the ones that get embarrassed.
Uh-oh, the hat has to come back on right now. The hat has to come back on right now. Well, I'm sorry, but isn't your size a life choice? So if you chose to be this big, you should choose to buy 2 seats.
Well, you can't buy 2 booths, honey.
No, I'm saying on the plane. Is if you are a bigger person, isn't it your responsibility then to buy 2 seats since you chose to be that big?
Who said I chose to be that big?
Wait a minute. Your size is not a choice?
I mean, every person's situation is different. Some people have no choice. Some people have the thyroid problem. Some people are just naturally thicker. And the standard of what is considered normal is not accurate to what it actually is. Women are like many women and men. I'm talking as a woman, but even men. people are naturally thick, but most of the time they have to like work extra hard to be this thin, like acceptable by society size. And that's not right. Like if you're healthy and you eat like whatever, you know what I'm saying?
Wait,
not
so you're
everyone
telling
is a
me
damn bodybuilder.
you're telling me that being a bigger person is kind of like being born gay. You just are born that way.
You are just you. Yes.
Like that's your genetics.
Ooh,
That's like a black person,
way.
brown person.
Wait a minute. So being born thick is a thing. It's not like a choice. It's like you're born that way. It's not like you had a choice in the situation.
You're born thick, but you choose to be juicy.
Ooh.
I like that. Yes.
Okay. No, because I was just a little confused because I'm like, wait a minute. You chose to go to McDonald's. You chose to be. So you're telling me that sometimes the thyroid and the side, it's not a choice, but God made you that way.
It could be genetic. It could be absolutely genetic.
Absolutely.
Oh man! Now you made me feel bad for complaining about sitting next to that. What's the proper term? I don't want to offend y'all. What do I call
bitch? No.
Okay, I was sitting next to this fat bitch. I was sitting next to this fat bitch on Southwestern Airlines, and I was like, I can't sit next to this fat bitch and fly all the way from LA to New York because this is like pouring into my seat, and she didn't pay for that part of my seat. So I made a complaint to the thing. And was that wrong of me?
That was wrong.
I should just suffer in silence as she pours over into my seat.
Yes.
Why don't you pour over into each other's seats?
There you go. You can get comfortable if you work together.
You guys are quite comfortable. I gotta say, Maria is quite comfortable.
Tuck in, baby, tuck in. You know.
It's funny that we have this conversation because, Target now has the plus size mannequins.
Yes.
And I'm obsessed with them. Number one, I have to take a picture of every time she's in because she's sassy. They dress her like she's going to the club, and I love her. I gave her a name. I call her.
Dang, her booty is banging.
I mean, it's so. And even as a fat person, when I walked past like the plus size mannequin, I was like, "What's she doing here?" She didn't belong. But they have her right out front, and her hand is on her hip, and she's pointing, and she like, "I'm fat mannequin." And I love you. I love you. I swear, her pictures are in my phone, but I hear like the conversations of people walking by, like they'll walk by the mannequin and go, "Ugh, what?"
God.
You know what I mean? It's crazy.
Wow. I can't keep this hat off with you fat bitches. Shit, you just making me put it. Oh my lord. Now I'm just like, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Are you okay? So you don't feel represented in the fat society? Like you wait. Oh my lord. This is craziness. You guys are blowing my skinny fucking mind right now about all of this is insane.
Even plus size models are skinny, but they add padding to add the shape and all that. They're not even real plus size models. Maybe like Lane Bryant.
And the fact that they will consider what's considered a plus size model.
Oh,
also,
for sure.
Honey,
like a 12, size 12.
Yeah.
Do you know what I love?
What?
I went to Cannes with some friends from West Hollywood. There were a couple movies during the red carpet. It was Cannes and the whole thing. Oh. And they were all they were fat shaming in West Hollywood. And I knew them from WeHo, and they'd be like, "Oh, that bitch is thick," and "Oh, that bitch is this," and "Oh, that." And they walked into this. They didn't have a swimsuit. We were about to go on a yacht, and they went in to get a swimsuit. And she's like, "Je suis désolée, but you are. How do you say? You are too fat for our store. You must excuse me. You must get out." And for the first time, because they were like literally a week before, they were fat shaming people at the Abbey.
Oh,
and now they were in Cannes, and the bitch was like, "No, je suis désolée. You are too large. You are American. You do not have American size. You have to go out of the store. You fit inside the door. I don't know, mais y a pas de place pour toi. There's no space for you. You must go, American. We do not have hamburgers here. Get out." And for the first time, and they were like, and I'm like, "Bitch, now you know what it's like. Now you know what it's like. And I'm really short, so I can't buy off the rack. And so for me, I'm the opposite. Like I'm just a really petite little person. And so I can't buy off the rack ever. And can you ever buy off the rack? What is it like to you to go shopping?
No, I shop at a big and tall store. I shop at Big and Tall, and lately I've been doing it online because the stores weren't open forever. But I shop at Big and Tall, and even though they're a Big and Tall store, they treat you like you have leprosy. Like they're like, we have tissue. I was getting a pair of jeans, Levi's 501 jeans are my favorite. I was just getting a pair. I didn't order them online because I needed them right away. I went there and they were like, did you want to try these on? Sure. Oh, let me go and get your tissues. And I was like,
why do you need tissues?
What do I need tissues for? They're like, for, when you're sweating. I'm like, bitch, I ain't gonna sweat to put on these damn jeans. They fit. Or they'll name things after food. Did you like that top? It's a strawberry. It comes in a watermelon. It comes in kiwi. It comes in chocolate. It comes in fudge ripple. What am I buying, a shirt, or am I a Baskin and Robbins? Like, that's insane.
Oh my god!
And then they want to measure you. Like, so they take the measuring tape and they're like harpooning you like you're a whale. Like, okay, we're gonna put this around your waist. And they're like, I think he's a size 60 waist. Bitch, I ain't no damn 60 waist. Where you better go back to the circus and start guessing waist sizes again. Like, It's I'm so used to it, I don't even really think about it anymore. So it's really cool and refreshing to literally talk about it because I just go through it like, well, it is what it is.
Yeah.
Oh, there's that damn hat. I'm gonna burn it.
You again.
Are you telling me, okay, me being a white, skinny comedian, I feel that it's not fair because you fat bitches are just funnier from the get-go. Is it being fat and funny? Like, don't you feel like you got a leg up, or if you can get your leg up on us?
That's the only way we could do it, honey.
I mean,
so has being fat helped you be funny?
That's an interesting question, Maria. You answer, because I feel like I'm monopolizing, but.
Oh no! I mean, you're the guest, of course. I'm Filipino. We give you hospitality, of course. We let you.
I want a lumpia. Give me a lumpia, please.
That's my favorite. Bitch. One of these days, I'm gonna make us some lumpia. I make fire ass lumpia. Oh my god!
I'm coming over.
When this is all over, I want to have a big ass just feast for all of my friends. I'm so excited. Anyway, okay.
Okay, and the pig. What's the pig? What's the pig that you?
Oh, the lechon. Lechon. Oh my god. Yep. Oh, you know what's up. Oh my gosh. I love it. I love it.
So he was asking about being funny and fat.
I think it's you. You're cheating. You're cheating. It's like being fat in comedy is like taking steroids and playing football.
Like I said earlier, y'all cis hetero white men have not had any trauma or abuse, and it shows because you ain't got shit to talk about. Because growing up fat, I was a fat kid growing up. I'm a fat kid now. And I had to be smarter, funnier, wittier because, I could barely run. I hated PE. PE was the bane of my existence. Oh my God, you know that. You feel me on that. And someone was always talking shit. So I had to make sure that I had one up them. So, oh, you're fat. I'm like, well, you look like a beaver on steroids. I don't know what to tell you. You know what I'm saying? Like, I made a little boy cry in 4th grade because I don't know how he tried to gang up on me at the table or something. And I'm a Scorpio ass bitch. So when I sting you, you're going to
scared of you.
I made this little boy cry because he used to piss and shit himself in 1st grade. And every single day, like clockwork, we'd have to leave the classroom so they could clean up the classroom. And then his mom had to bring him clothes. And so one day in 4th grade, I had him in class and I threw it in his face. I was like, yeah, well, at least we didn't have to leave the classroom every day. So we could clean up because you kept peeing and pooping your pants. And 2 seconds later, all I see at the end of the table was him. And I was like, oh, shit.
And that's when
I learned my power.
Power.
Yep.
power.
Yep. I was like,
It's power. It's not even,
Wait, time out. This is my favorite, one of my favorite new parts of the show. We have 5 words. And I'm going to ask you, and I want you to tell me the first thing that comes to your mind and define it. Number 1 word is on the list. Power. Maria, what does power mean to you?
It's knowing what your strengths are and playing to your strengths, and if necessary, knowing your opponent's weaknesses. Like, you gotta play, if you're gonna play the game, you gotta know, offense.
Power is knowledge. I love it. Teddy, power.
You took it. I was gonna say, power is knowledge. It is. I like to also think of power as an energy. It's a mindset. It's a confidence that there's like a power force around you, almost like you're a superhero with a confident walk, a confident look. Lots of people don't. I'm not a fighter at all, but people won't mess with me just because I walk a certain way. And it's a powerful, confident.
So power is knowledge, and it's a mentality.
Yeah.
I love it. Okay, word number 2, choice.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Soup or salad? I want both.
If it's clam chowder, I'm down. Don't give me no damn minutes.
Clam chowder, mama, the white one.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Teddy just shut that one down. We can't shut that one down. Okay. Success.
Oh, I love this one.
Good one. You want to take this one first, Ted?
I'll go first. I have thought about this for a long time because I've always felt success was an end goal. I'll be a success when. This will be a success for me when this happens. And just recently, success is being where you are right now, breathing with your head above the water and on the path. That to me is success. If you have managed to get through this world that we live in is crazy. Stuff that's thrown at us is crazy. If you have that agility to just keep moving forward, that is success.
Success is momentum.
It's not
on that journey. It's the momentum. It's that keeping that momentum.
Great word for it. Yeah.
Success equals momentum. I love it. Maria, what is success?
Very similar. I also had to unlearn that success equals money. Success is becoming, power and authority and all that. Like, success is what you define. And I'm learning that for me, success is doing something I love, being surrounded by people I love. And honestly, what I'm doing now, I'm doing what I love. I'm surrounded by people I love, and I'm constantly, finding little things to, like you said, keep my head above water. Like, the state of things right now, there's only so much you can do mentally, physically. And if today all I did was this show and I shut down for the rest of the day, then I made it. You know what I mean? And then tomorrow's another day. So
right. You got a successful day.
Relative. Yeah. It's what you make of it. So
I love it.
I love it
too.
Hollywood.
Oh, Iggy, what about you? What's your success?
My success?
Yeah, what is your definition?
Success for me, because I've had great success and great tragedy in my life, and I've been wealthy. I've been almost homeless. I've been, I've survived a lot, and I've been through a lot, and I was literally talking about this with my cleaning lady yesterday. The happiest I've been is actually when I've been the poorest. And when I was making $3 an hour living in Spain in an apartment that I could touch all the walls at the same time. I just was in Barcelona and I was living my best life, and I was the poorest I've ever been. But what I had was time And what I had was a joy just to be on the street, just to be in the moment.
Yep.
And that, for me, I guess success chimes in with gratitude, and success is being able to appreciate and live in that moment. And sometimes the American, I'm going to call it the nightmare, which is I need to have more, I need to work for more. And I've had jobs where I've been making a ton of money, but then I had no time to spend that money, and I was miserable.
Yeah.
And I journal like a neurotic crazy person. And I've looked back over the years, and the happiest moments in my life have chimed in with when I've had the most time and the least amount of money, which is so contrary to what we've been taught socially.
Yeah.
Amen to that, because that is.
And right now is one of those times where like I'm making a lot less. I'm working, but I'm enjoying these moments of comedy. I'm enjoying these connections. I'm enjoying these moments, which brings me to my next word, Hollywood.
Oh.
Hollywood.
If she could.
Teddy, I feel like you have more experience in this.
Hollywood for me is, if you really want to sum it up in one word, illusion.
Oh.
Because I learned that it's not about you, who you are, anything about that. And to get to that point, I never thought I would get there. It's what you want them to see. So you're putting on a character when you're going in an audition. It's not you. Don't take it seriously if they're like, ugh, you're not right. It's not you. So it's everything about Hollywood is not real. And I worked with Joan Rivers for a long time on Fashion Police, and she taught me that. She was like, I have to put on Joan Rivers. And I was like, I get it, but I don't get it. But she was like, she would never leave the house without her hair and makeup, because she was like, I don't want anybody running into Joan Rivers and not get Joan Rivers. And it like hit me like, wow, it's all an illusion. Like Joan Rivers isn't even really Joan Rivers, but we know the person behind Joan Rivers if you get to know them. So Hollywood is just all that. So it's, if you have the confidence and the drive, go for whatever it is that you want, because basically this is like, we're all born naked and the rest is drag.
So well said. Oh my God.
I actually, it resonates with me really quick. I teach in the comedy studio that you are not your art. That comedy is a character, a persona. It is your art. You are, when you're in Hollywood, it is almost like you're an artist and there is a canvas, but you are your canvas. And so when an artist does a gallery show and people are commenting on the canvas, that canvas is a separate thing. It is not you.
Right.
It is the canvas. And it's hard for actors and it's hard for comedians, because when you yourself are the canvas, it's hard to separate the art from the person. Right. And I try to teach that, where you need to create a separation between the canvas, which at the same time is yourself, because you are the instrument and the medium, but you are not the art that you are creating. You as a person are separate from that art. Maria, what does Hollywood mean to you?
Oh, honestly, it's a little scary to me, because granted, I know that I have my comedic character, and even that kind of is like a little bit of a dilemma almost, I want to say, because granted it's a character, she's still a piece of me of who I am, because it's like an amplified version of me, a piece of me, it's just one of the many facets that, is in my personality. But I do, like, after doing my comedy and really developing that comedic character, I see that, when I'm home, I'm not like that. I'm more often than not, I like that. Like at home, I'm not, I'm like, unless I'm like partying, it's my social persona. I'm very much like at home, I'm just kind of low key, and I'm not always going off and being loud and yelling. And well, I mean, I am, but I mean, she, like I said, she's a part of me. But I have been grappling with that, because I need to remember that it is still a character, it's still a persona. She's an amplified version of me.
Yeah.
Of that, you know. So I really love hearing when people tell me, especially like, you know, like you said about Joan Rivers and about like it's an illusion, because Hollywood scares the shit out of me. There's just so and I'm just like, you know, so many things just come to mind. I'm just like, it's just scary. Like people are crazy in Hollywood.
They are.
Either,
remain true to who you are and go in there with this confidence that I'm picking up on. I've never met you before. You popped up on the screen and I was like, little hearts were going around me like, be who you are. Don't be afraid of it, because they prey on the people who are afraid.
Right.
The people who are afraid eventually will fall off. It's those who aren't afraid, who have the confidence, that will make it through to where they want to go.
That makes me feel better.
And that takes us to the last word of the show: fear. Sorry, we got deep on a second. Fear.
The only thing we have to fear is fear itself.
The only thing we have to fear is light mayo.
I think if you're going to say fear, my one word would be self. And what I mean by that is the things that scare us the most and we're most afraid to do, it's because we've talked ourselves into, no, you can't do it. Don't do it. They'll make fun of you. You're gonna fail. You'll be this. It's that voice inside of you telling you. So fear is, there's naturally a fear of sharks or snakes or whatever, but fear, as far as, let's just say, as this business is concerned, it's really yourself. What you will or will not do because your body is telling you no. And I will say this, anytime, and it's never not happened in my 213 years on this earth, it's never not happened. If something scared me or I didn't want to do it because I was afraid, I would, in the beginning, not do it. And then I learned when I did do it, it was one of the most successful things I've done. So now fear to me is listening to myself. If I'm afraid of something, that's my body saying, do it.
Yep.
So fear equals motivation. I like that. I like flipping that script. Maria, fear.
Honestly, it's funny. I get scared. I that self-doubt, that whole thing, it's only starting picking up more and more. I think with age and just experience, and you know, and for whatever reason, like my anxieties have kind of gotten a little bit more over the years for good reason. But you know, whenever I like, anytime I do get like, I'm like self-doubt or I start the fear creeps up, I'm just like, I ignore it. I'm just like, it doesn't matter if you're scared or not. You already, number one, you've committed to it. Number two, this is what you're doing, and you don't have time to self-doubt. You can worry about it later. In a way, I feel like apathy is kind of getting me through life in a sense, because like low self-esteem, to be perfectly honest, and yes, my confidence comes from a lot of different places, but a big part of my self-esteem or projection of confidence and charisma is because I'm too lazy to have low self-esteem. Do you know how much work that is to constantly worry about covering my fat rolls and when am I gonna look good? What are people gonna think? I'm like, who cares? That's so much work. Don't care for the sake of not caring, and you can live.
Oh my God, I love it. I love it. Teddy, this has been such an amazing hour. I have laughed so much. We talked food, we talked Hollywood, we got deep, we laughed. I mean, we went all around. We went to the bathhouse, we went to the kitchen.
When they put a kitchen in the bathhouse, then I'm really there.
I mean, it's that we made sandwiches. We made some sandwiches. I mean,
lumpia and mayo.
We explained some things and we demystified some stuff to make sure that people understand that we need to treat everybody equally. We learned some math and we learned some mathematics. Thank you, Asian person. to teaching us equals plus and minus equals. It's all about equals. Before we go, Teddy, do you have anything that's coming up that we need to see, that we need to catch you on?
I do social media meltdowns. The next one is October 10th, and that's live from the Comedy Store.
Yes, bitch. Yes.
It gets streamed now. We actually perform there, no audience, and it gets streamed. Go to my Facebook or Instagram at Teddy Margus, and you'll see all about it.
Teddy Margus. Your last name is not right there. So can you spell it for everybody?
Oh, I know, because I'm like Cher. Margas.
You got that? Teddy Margus. I'm putting it in the group chat. We got Teddy Margus. You follow him. Ooh, I put Bargus with the beat. See, I can't even type right. Maria, what else you got going on?
I have a show at the end of the month on September 25th. It's through a friend of mine I met on another show. And it's oh my gosh, it's Brown Rice Comedy. You can check that out on Instagram. Which
I love it.
Yeah, so he's Asian, and he, you know, it's great. I love working with comedians of color. Like we all the diversity. And then I have another show. Not so, I mean, everything's on my link tree. But my next show that off the top of my head is the September 5th. You can get tickets online. Like I said, Linktree on my Instagram, Facebook, whatever. That's my name at Maria De La Ghetto. That's all my platforms: Twitter, Facebook, Insta, OnlyFans. You'll find me.
I love it. I love it. We are going to be opening up auditions for the Misfit Toys. So if you are a funny woman in comedy and you want to take your comedy to the next level, message me at Iggy LoveSky on, again, all the social platforms. We will schedule an audition. You can send us your reel. So yeah, we are opening up the next semester and taking on the next round of Misfit Toys. So definitely message us. We would love to bring you into the fold and help you, you know, just become your greatest self and get you out there and get your voice heard. Teddy, you have been amazing as always. Thank you so much.
You know that I'm I'm gonna slide in your DMs, girl.
Slide in on
Love it. Thank you everybody for watching. I love you, Ray. You are a super fan. Oh my God, it was amazing. Have a great week. Please don't breathe. Just don't breathe. Just stop breathing. If you're in California, just don't breathe. Just don't open your. Just shut it down. We're gonna make it through. We're gonna make it through as the world burns down around us. We're gonna make it through. I love you guys. Besos.